I support Hakainde Hichilema or not, or whether you support Hakainde Hichilema or not, or whether you like Hakainde Hichilema or not, Hakainde Hichilema is coming back in 2026. Ili Eliashi Lidipo Hakainde Hichilema is coming back in 2026. He is coming back in Tapari winga bita Hakainde Hichilema. Tapari. Uwafe wama politics. The problem with politics is that it is very subjective. It is very, very subjective. Once to mwene fintu from our point of view. From our point of view. Ngo amona Hakainde Hichilema ta omutemenwe. Ule mona kwa tina bonsi ta omutemenwe. Ngo amona kwa tika Hakainde Hichilema, you know, has not fulfilled the promises according to you. You think that everybody feels the same. You no, Hakainde Hichilema has lost support. You think that everybody is thinking the same. Awe. Therefore, Chava, I'm a politics, see, at least through a shock mwenako from an objective point of view. But I know some of you don't have experiences. Some of you think that just because you have got emotions and just because you have got opinions, you think that you are experts in politics. No. If what to arifimona ififin to ifin, to arifimona, and in a panon demieva, Hakainde Hichilema tako ete opposition, iya kwa taka lwena yom 2026. So, no matter how we feel chitika, muleva careful in the way that you are handling these issues. Awe muleva careful. Mwila iwe pati yo Hakainde Hichilema, alemuna. Na ngufurwe uliweka. By the fact that now ufurwa, nangu munga ndamniye no muikarire wonse na mufurwa. It doesn't mean that Hakainde Hichilema will lose ama elections. Awe. Takalusae ama elections. Problem wakwata, you go out there, you talk to a few people, you know, 3, 4, 5 people, and you come on social media, you go on radio, you go on TV, and start saying, hey, Hakainde Hichilema, I want to land that. You have spoken to 5 people. To 5 people. 5, 10 people. Even if you speak to 100 people in Danieva, even if you speak to 100 people, that is not a guarantee to say, if you're Relanda, if you're Chin, if you're Relanda, you are Hakainde Hichilema there. Awe. If anything, for me, I speak to more people that are opposed to Hakainde Hichilema. More people that are opposed to Hakainde Hichilema. Many people that I speak to. If I take because other in Java Fula in Abanandi, they are Baku Nankan, Baku PF, or Baku opposition. Most of my friends, Baku opposition. We were UPND, Vanono. Even on this platform. Even on this platform, many people that are here on this platform, they are on the opposition. So if you look at the comments, you hear so many negative comments. Michael Bwalia. Michael Bwalia, Nyowani. Luka, Tindela Ndefia Bupuba. Bengi. There you an empty tin abo. You can read so many comments on this page, on this platform. And from this platform, if you are not experienced politically, you would actually go and say, Hakainde Hichilema is losing. I'm a politics stay for yava. Opo incumbent alelu shirama elections, no kuchita hand over power. Para muneka leke ni mieve. Para muneka. Bantua nikane ba Edgar Lungu. Inana alimwene wakati ba Edgar Lungu balelu sama elections mu 2021. Early 2021. And when I spoke, if you mule chita, mwalalu sama elections, na le veva, vengi sana avenga mieva, na le veva, imwe mulelu sama elections. At the end of the day, they got upset with me. And they fabricated a story. Somebody fabricated a story to say, Hakainde Hichilema has given Dad 2 million. And that's why he's talking like this. They arrested me I think that was in March. Yes, in March. They arrested me in March. When I came out a wounded buffalo. and I started campaigning for Hakainde Hichilema. Because I wanted to show a PF to Kwebati. Fishinka. But nonetheless, I cannot say that I made Hakainde Hichilema win the election. The point is that Hakainde Hichilema was already popular. UPND was inevitably coming to win the elections. And that is why I was warning the PF. They didn't want to listen. And they lost the elections. In other words, what I'm trying to say, Pali Moneka, Fiali Moneka, quite ava, they will not win the elections. Fiali Moneka, Fiali Ilanga. Nomba papali ba UPND. Ukutarifi. Abamule muna banani. Ati banani abo. Some of you, ati nani, akaka malukula. Iwa pali malukula, pala pene mule mwana po ati, pali no muntu wako ati kuchawina my elections. Malukula. Malukula, takwe tene mbafu. He doesn't even have a spine. He doesn't even have a backbone. Malukula doesn't have a backbone. Malukula doesn't stand on anything. He doesn't stand on anything. Malukula is the weakest. Is the weakest among all those political candidates. Na Greyford Monde awapo win. I can tell you. Na Greyford Monde awapo win. Greyford Monde, I mean, he's just a young guy. He doesn't have much, whatever. But Greyford awapo win. Not Malukula. Malukula. Hey, Mwaiche achani uyu. Uyu Mwaiche uyu. Beverly. Beverly Mwaiche. Ati chair, the voice of Zambia. How Mwaiche. The Tapali. Malukula. Tapali okwalea Malukula. Okay, but why are you talking about him if he's nothing? I'm not talking for Malukula. I'm talking for you. I want you to understand. I want you to have a forecast. Because if you follow mutu awakwati niba weather achani weather meteorologist. Meteorologists, those who give you weather forecast. So if for 12, if number 2, we are like political forecaster. We are like political forecaster. We give you the forecast of how things are going. Tapalia makumbi of changing the political weather. There are no clouds. If you are seeing clouds here, it is because you are not politically exposed. You are not politically mature. That's why you can look at it. Malukula. Look at that guy. With all that drama that he has been performing in South Africa, with all that drama, South Africa, putting our country in disrepute, embarrassing our president, embarrassing our president, all that show that this guy has done, with a motive of him becoming president. Because I told you that this guy, this story has been there. I told you that Makebi Zulu.
I'm done to my hair.
You've done?
Yeah.
Great. Let me see. You look nice. Wonderful. You look very beautiful, baby.
Yeah.
Nice. Very good.
I did my hair.
Yes, you have done your hair.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to church.
Tomorrow we're going to church?
Yes, and then after church we go out. Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll find you. Don't you want to eat something now?
Yeah. I'll ask Mommy.
You ask Mommy?
Yeah.
Okay, baby. So, we want to know you. I mean, with all that drama that Malukula has caused, you really think that a red carpet would be spread for Makebi Zulu to contest an election and become president. Ala sometimes in the dawa. Nda dawa sana ndami dawa. Ero kabina Makebi Zulu win na win is a dunderhead. That guy is a dunderhead. He's one of the most, and I'm saying this stupid not to insult him, but stupid as a person who lacks political intelligence in this instance. He lacks political intelligence. This guy really thinks that, people are so dumb. People are so dumb that he would cause all that drama, imbalance, our country, imbalance our government. Here, close the door. Thank you, baby.
Okay.
Imbalance our government, imbalance our eminent persons, imbalance even people like Bakiri Muluzi. Bakiri Muluzi had to withdraw. Believe you me, I don't know how, if you can imagine Bakiri Muluzi, how Bakiri Muluzi is feeling. Because there were people that gathered around the Lungu family. When that just happened, there were people that gathered around the Lungu family. And they looked at Makebi Zulu as, the lawyer of the family. And later on, of course, as a spokesperson of the family. That's how they looked at Makebi Zulu. And now, now they have come to realize to say, after all, this guy was just trying to make political capital out of all this. He was just trying to make a political capital out of all this. But I will tell you, I said this even in Kuma Festi. I told you that Iridi Ashia kwa Makebi Zulu. Diata mpide, even before Balungu Tabalafwa. My drift with Valungu partly was because of Makebi Zulu. My drift partly was because of Makebi Zulu. Because in Valinjevele, people told me 3 times before Valungu Tabalafwa. One person came and told me, let's support Makebi Zulu. I refused. I said, I can't support Makebi Zulu. I will support Brian Mundubile. If Valungu Tabale Minina, the next person that I would support is Makebi Zulu. Or is Brian Mundubile. That was my position. I said the only person I have been supporting Brian Mundubile, but the only person that I dropped Mundubile for is Edgar Lungu. If Edgar Lungu is not standing, I'm not going to support anybody else other than Brian Mundubile. This was way before Balungu Tabalafwa. So this person told me, and I refused. I told them, Makebi Zulu is immature. I argued with this friend of mine. We spoke for about 30 minutes over Makebi Zulu. I said no. Another person came. I'm just avoiding mentioning their names. But as I'm talking, then another person came, tried to convince me, and this person is actually close to me. He's also another guy that is close to me, and he's perceived to say, we are very close na Tayali. So they went to this guy, and I told him, no ways. No, Makebi Zulu. I said, no ways. I refuse. The third person that I had a conversation with is a woman who today is standing next to Makebi Zulu. A very prominent woman. You know this woman. She talks too much. She also came and told me, Shani. She wanted, and this woman came that I support Makebi Zulu and I support her as vice president. I refused. So when that nonsense happened, and I saw Makebi Zulu coming up, I clearly knew that this was a plan. And this is why somehow, to some extent, because somehow fila monika kwa tikatuisha ma plan bachai because Makebi Zulu kale watampire. They started talking about Makebi Zulu before Walungu Tawalafu. Before Walungu Tawalafu. And I used to tell another man. There is one man that I used to talk to. One of these guys that was connected to Walungu, but he was funding me. And I told him, he also doubted it. Makebi Zulu, no, I'm doubting tawanje wapu efyo, ile tawanje wapu fmini Walungu. But I said, no. Uliaba muntu wala mufuaya. The issue is Walungu that we know for very difficult. Walungu, you know, you would go to Walungu, he would tell you this and that and that. You know, he would give you an impression that nobody for. Waluvinda would go there, and you give him an impression that he wants Waluvinda. Okay? I don't know Waluvinda anyway. But another person will go there, he will also give him the same thing. You know? I mean, Lungu was very good at telling people what they want to hear. Telling people what they want to hear. So, Lungu kutamira nanikane motoka once fia mira 20 people. You know like those scammers that would sell one car to so many people. Efo balungu badi. Efo balungu badi. You know. Remy wale dad nimbwa. It's okay. That's how Balungu was. But the person that they came up and settled on was a Makebi Zulu. That is why I'm finding it. I'm finding it. What can I say? I don't know, but I'm finding it naive for Brian Mundubire to continue talking about Ndimwana wako Walungu. Ndimwana wako Walungu. No. I think Brian Mundubire should be courageous to face the fact that Edgar Lungu, ali munyunyile. He should just face the fact. Okulanda veching. Brian Mundubire should face the fact, because Brian Mundubire, as much as he is standing there, Ndimwana wako Walungu, he knows deep down that Lungu did not want him. This is the fact. This is the truth. This is the truth. But I don't know why Mundubire keep hey, Ndimwana wako Walungu. You know, make a name, be a man, stand on your own. Stand on your own, Mundubire. Stand on your own. You were loyal to Edgar Lungu, but Lungu rejected you. That's a fact. You were loyal. I can vouch for you. You are very loyal to Edgar Lungu, but Lungu, Naba Esther, rejected you. They rejected you in preference for this Makebi. So, our ones have a match. No, Shan, yeah, Lungu. I don't understand you. I don't understand your cowardice. Your cowardice where you fail to stand on your own. Why do you fail to stand on your own? Why do you want to stand on Ichitumbi? Why do you want to stand on Ichitumbi? Lungu, alikwete support yakwe. Yes, alikwete support yakwe. Lungu got 1.7 million. That's a fact. But I can tell you that 1.7 is not there for anyone to cash. No. That 1.7. Because a lot of you are looking at it, you know, you want to cash in part of your 1.7. You think that you can turn that 1.7 to you. No. Ile 1.7 yadife ya kwa Lungu. Support ya kwa Lungu yadife ya kwefie. Any other person cannot inherit the support of Edgar Lungu, especially Muchitumbi Tete. Unless Edgar Lungu had, you know, given you the support publicly. If Edgar Lungu came and anointed somebody, it would have worked. But Edgar Lungu was selfish. He couldn't give the 1.7 to anyone. He held that 1.7. He held it. He kept it for himself. So the rest of you, no matter how much you try to grab that 1.8, no matter how much you try to grab that 1.8, tamwaka imone. Church campaign on your own basis. That's all. Munduvile, you have got a very good things to sell. Very good qualities, very good character, very good rich experience that you can sell to Zambians. That you could have on Chitumbi. I get very disappointed. When I'm watching him, I'm like, this man. Munduvile should just shut up, not even mentioning Lungu. And leave that to Makebi Zulu. Leave that to Makebi Zulu. The only one who should be capitalizing on Chitumbi Chakwa Lungu. It's this one, Makebi. And I say so because even Lungu before Talafwa, they were campaigning for Makebi. The people that you are surrounding Makebi, those are people that somehow Walungu told that Walefwa Makebi. Those women that you are seeing around, those that you were seeing Naba Esther, those are women that Edgar Lungu told that they want Makebi. So those are the only ones. But the rest, they don't know about this. They don't know about this. But then, does it mean that because Lungu wanted Makebi, Lungu wanted Makebi, but now, does it mean that that was wise? It was not wise. It was not wise for Balungu to choose Makebi. From my point of view, I even said it, and some of you, you know I used to say this even before Balungu Tabarafwa. First of all, I looked at it as very selfish of Balungu. Very selfish. Number one. Number two, I looked at it as very tribal. I looked at it as very, very tribal. It was selfish. I looked at it as very tribal. And indeed, it was tribal. It was tribal. And you know, when people are being tribal, they are not even reasonable. They are not even reasonable. They can't see. How do you expect Makebi Zulu to be accepted by Zambians after Walungu? How? But that is the man they troubled. And look at the combination. They wanted Makebi president. They wanted Tasila as vice president. Honestly, how can you imagine, think of such a thing? It's an abomination to think of going out there and selling Makebi Zulu as president, Tasila Lungu as vice president. Imagine. But this is what was cooking. And I refused. When I refused, like I told you, because Balungu, Balungu, partly, eva lingero kwa timfumena mchalo. Mulala that no, uwa lengo kwa timfumena mchalo ni haka inde ichilema, no. Uwa lengo kwa timfumena mchalo, te haka inde ichilema, no. It's not haka inde ichilema. Ni Balungu. In the sense that, I mean, this is a man that I was supporting so much. And of course, because I was supporting him, I generated, acrimony, which brought all these litigations. And that's how I left the country. But, naisa mona, naisa itamba, awantuava. Makebi Zulu, president. Tasila, vice president. I said, no, take Fiwombe. So, what did I do? I stopped talking. If I don't agree with it, and I can't talk about them for one reason or the other, because our politics side were complex. Some of you, no, landa, tekulanda veche landerande. Kumone fi olelanda. Ngata uli careful mukulanda, itu waisanga, uli left, So if you into, ngwamona, okay, ididi ashidia shupa. Especially ngadi, mujaba kuru, kuchasani, go step forward, a few steps backwards. Just like ida shida kuchingola. Ida shida kuchingola didia, nadi shupako. Mujaba tali shani. So, tetule wata. But otherwise, ngachako ati, ngakula ndafi, nganinda ndefingi. Nganinda ndeni impirine mishitu. Pada shida kuchingola. If ato, takwade ma politics ya moya mo shan, nganindanda impirine mishitu. But when you realize that, okay, na likosa kweli ashidi nangu na landa palas na la ile terera fi fimwe fintu kutashani kula wako fenangula bwata ila nangu niwe nani kane niwe public lawyer kucha shani atikabundi chefya mutwe impako shaba na vini edi ashiria kuna nikaneti dia kopa beoti echo mwamono tutushku tuna taladila because nimbo na tilia ashiria kuna shupa. So efya atina padi balungu na padi balungu na mona baleta makebi shani bale ntemi ngala to na sheta shani na sa iwesha mfana tata kanjika refi na alile kokulanda because tatwa umfwene nefyo balungu bale chaya insamu shibalungu bale chaya tatwa suminishenye no but the things I couldn't come pa social media no kutampo kumye bati balungu bale chitefu meanwhile njigere kuna kunse abaleli pilarenti bana wa balungu. You think I can do that? You think I can do that? I'm telling you realistically. Makebi aishire before balungu tavalaf. But I couldn't come out here and start talking and criticizing the move. I looked at it as very selfish. I looked at it as tribal. But I couldn't come out here and ambokula landiria shinde wata. I couldn't. Until balungu bafuile, I said no, this is too much. And what I refused ukube pesha haka inde ichima because ichari pupa nomba balefwa number 1 balefwa abafise balefwa bale bomfya page yakwa lungu to say lungu alandefi. I said no. Number 2 after yakanike number 2 balefwa wepesha haka inde ichima okay to alanda take nafwa but who say bali muchita poison chavana shan. I refused. It was not that the haka inde ichima I said no, this is too much, come on, you can't go to those extent. And that was our drift in our lungu. So ndemi wat Makebi Zulu kare diashi. And some of the people that you are seeing surrounding Makebi Zulu, these are people that knew Ishinkama way before. Given Luvinda bale mubepa. And I even went kuliba Given Luvinda. But Given Luvinda will tell you I went kunganda kuliba Given. But Given, you are a most senior. You are the most senior political figure around. And you have looked after this party so long. Why is it that, because how I got it to say no, Given is not interested. That's how I went to a Given to ask them, are you not interested? And he didn't give me a straight answer to say I'm interested, but he gave me the technical explanations. But I told him, you are one of those senior members. And he told me, well, partly I must save I must follow what the president is saying, meaning Walungu. I went back to Walungu, Chilishani Given. So te go at Walungu fenzi to alete na leta dikana na Walungu for system when I no, this I don't agree. That is how I was. And Walungu didn't like me for that. Because I was challenging him on certain issues. I was not like Avena Nakachinda, Avena Nikane, Uyatinani uyu, Musukwa, Musukwa. Those they were just agreeing, but in an alekana. So the whole point I'm trying to tell you here is that Uyuma Kebi ilili ashijata mpiliakari and ine narisa nalikana and where everything spilled over is when they wanted to now say no, Haka Inde Ichilema is the one that has killed Edgar Lungu. And I didn't also agree Makebi Zulu now to take the center stage, because I knew for me that was a political ploy. And I came here, I told you, Uyuma Kebi alechita campaign. Mwalikene, mshena kweva, shani, mwale tarika. Nawe Makebi, mshena kweva, you go back and check your comments. You will remember you people insulting me for telling you that Uyuma Kebi, ma campaign alechitaya. Aleni ikata mumenso. Mpaka, fiamonekela lero. Fiamonekela. And even those eminent people that were involved, they must be burying their heads in shame right now. They must be burying their heads in shame. Those of you who are saying, now, hey, that's what the family wants. That's what the family wants. Tapari is what family wants. Tapari. All that has been there is campaign for Makebi Zulu. That's all. That's all. All that has been there is campaign for Makebi Zulu and Tasila to be vice president. That is all. Now, Tasila should be the vice president. If Makebi Zulu would have a chance to get there, you would see Tasila coming as vice president. You would see Tasila coming as vice president. Even if Makebi Zulu would have an opportunity to go and file a nomination, you would see Tasila coming as vice president. Because this was a plan that was there before. But stop cheating yourself. You don't, you don't have been, you don't have even voters card. Voters card, voters card, no problem. I even have a voters card. But so that is the point. So now, if you don't say fee, if you don't say HTK, with all that nonsense that has happened, you really think Makebi Zulu should be given a red carpet to go and file his nominations? I'm not saying he doesn't have a democratic right. He has all the democratic right. He has, just like I have a democratic right. President. I've got my democratic right. I'm still a citizen. But we are doing politics here. We are doing politics. Makebi Zulu is in a worse situation than I am. I can even say, Ndei Minam 2021. I'm better off standing. I have a better chance of standing in 2026 as a presidential candidate than Makebi Zulu. I am far away. But my position right now is far much better than Makebi Zulu. Some of you have been saying, hey, come. Hey, you think that if I come to Zambia, I'll be arrested? I will not be arrested. I can't be arrested. I can't be arrested in Zambia. And you, some of you, hey, okay, we dare you. No. My politics, my politics. I am doing politics. I'm a politician, and I must follow. The flow of politics. At amenshia konko follow. Ufile wamona ngoli politician mwine. Ufile wamona ti political wave ile ya kuisha. Where is the political wave? Why mona ile ya kuisha? Amensha payale ya kuisha. Umu follow lesen damenshi. Mu follow nshi. Ngani wa politician. If you are a politician, a good politician, you should be able to know where is the politics going. Where is the politics going? That's why in general Mutati niwa politician. Because Mutati wa Mdalawadia, he has been in no government. Why? Because he knows how to follow where the politics are going. That's why Mutati is a minister even today. Nakukopa beo choko wadi. He's a politician. He's a politician. Some of you talk about whenever. My politicians were. Position yaba never mumba kuti mwalinga na position mwewa le wata pa social media. Kuti mule wata. Can you compare your position yaba never mumba? Yo ni wa mushani na wali. Tuikalira ishi pachalo te wali. Te kudia. Tuikalira ishi pachalo te kudia. Nangu wate nangu supporte na echo le supportera chinshi. Echo le supportera chinshi te kudia. Wonse tufuayo kudia. Wonse tufuayo kudia nangu wate pa social media. Wonse tufuayo kudia. Ufwaya waikala bwino ngefikire baneva simumba. Ufwaya waikala bwino ngefikire bantu anikane bamutati. Urafwaya waikala bwino na nenga fana mine njikere kupano. Bantu, a lot of you don't live my life. You don't live my life. Na wewe urafwaya waikala kunga fino mine njikere wa munako na aba na bakashwa ndifidado. Na urafwaya. No manga tafichitike. Wambo kula mwena mwabano ni bamushani na bwadi chabana shani baredia iwore chula ulino mshani na bwadi ulinensala tawisha nefo wala ya ubushiku tawishibe munganda na muvita tamuni na maraiti inana nali kukuzame na livika na generator ngaya maraita reasha generator yambo kula tuta nomba iwe bonse tufwa yokulia bonse tufwa mwikala wino bonse tufwa mwikala wino nangu fye nangu niwa pasta nga niwa pasta chachira lokuchira nangu niwa patiri nangu niwa shikofu takwa bati yo ni bishop yo ni archbishop na archbishop na wala ko kwikala wino na wala kwikala wino archbishop ndara yu kwangala ati you na chikofu archbishop ala kwikala wino ala kwikala wino na wine you ebarandira abantu alefwa yekale wino na wine alefwa yekale wino nomba yu no abantu barelandad ala kulya bona abantu bambi uyo akainde ulechira ndati shana kulya bamutemenwe so objectivity ma politics yali shupa ero ngatauleria mudara ngatauleria wamona bareria ati bene tabarelandira abantu panti wetauleria ngoleria nibanga abambi besa mkuwata some of these people that have turned against akainde ichirema like Vashinono for example Vashinono baralanda Vashinono ngabali bapenenjita kuti barelanda Vashinono ngabali bapenenjita kuti akainde ichirema kuti barelanda uyu wine mulanda poyati shishua tareria shishua ngabali mupenenjita shishua ngamulamula pa maatiko ali amalonga atiko alemba ngareli yafi chimono munandi like uyu munandi uyuranikale uyu Pilato pantu Pilato nawe langa tawampele njito apanga lafunya ma albums ngala yafumya nomba bali mpele njito na bu Pilato bwalipwa kulya mwilangala guys mwilayiwepa Kudia. Eso to aigadira. Kudia. So, mwira stati. Imwenga tamuledia. Baledia. Awe, tabana abantu. Nishta fe yavo. Na imwe kuba be patient. Luisheni fe na imwe ikesa fikisha na imwe mkesaria. Na imwe mkesa kwa tenshita yenu. Bacha apa. Abadedia niba UPND. Area. And you just have to accept that. Now when bari chudire. So imamu ikose la fe, abantu barelanda. Abantu muneolelanda poleka nkwebe. Tawafulire abakufunya po akainde ichirema. Akainde ichirema is coming back in 2026. Akainde ichirema is coming back in 2026. I can assure you that it's coming back in 2026. Tapari winga mufumiapo. Uyu Makebizulu tapari okwalia. Makebizulu will not be on the ballot. Makebizulu will not be on the ballot. Makebizulu nobody nefe nshita yako ya Afrika ujamanukula uji. Nobody nefe nshita yako ya Afrika. Akainde ichirema ushekwe nangu mula tontonkanya Makebi. Akainde ichirema. Kuti vamupuvika kuli Makebizulu amuleka. Imwe wapa muliranda ukesi kuno akainde ichirema terera. So imwe mule ingiliramo. Makebizulu fida achita fide fya bupuva fida. akainde ichilema kuti amulekafi ale pitana ale kumbi ale kolonganika na abantu ayana kuisa nishi uyu akainde ichilema nyakainde ichilema mushema ni mwisho ushakainde ichilema apuwa buye mwana takainde ichilema na apuwa nomba pantu nomba wakateka apuwa makama akainde ichilema uya muntu uya. He has been in opposition for a long time. Uya muntu uya, he has been in politics for a long time. Ero napya kwati imango ilya ya kashika. Akainde ichilema politics ya. Napya sana. Napya chine. So you can't fool yourself. The joke is on you. The joke is on Malukula Makebi Zulu, who thinks that he's a champion, who thinks that he has beaten Hakainde Hichilema, that he was doing nonsense in South Africa, and he has come back in Zambia, and nothing has happened. The joke is on Makebi Zulu. The joke is on that guy. Who Malukula wakwe Hakainde Hichilema ale mtamba film. Ero nangufete Makebi. Nangufete ntwanikante Hakainde Hichilema. Vengi sana abantu. Vengi. Abantu amkuchitama report. Amkuchita report tuma cases to abulokulondoloka. How many people? Have you seen cadres going to report people? But report kuisa. Makebi Zulu poishira. Don't you think that those cadres would have gone there to report him of any stupid case? It doesn't matter which case. It doesn't matter. You really think people in Zambia, UPND, they have failed to find anything on Makebi Zulu? Because with that nonsense, you don't need a case of what? No. Ama will take off ya womba. The way government works. Makebi Zulu is a traitor of our nation. Makebi Zulu is a traitor of our nation. He is a traitor who was in a foreign country and, spat on our country, urinated on our country. He did so much bad for our country. He has done so much. He has embarrassed us. Makebi Zulu. Opulungu afila 5 months number, 5 months. And Makebi ali komena. Ichitumbi chawa lungu. Ale nyana padoko but you will not bury. You will not bury until you bow to what I want. What a stupid action. What the guts. Action echitumbi na komena. Asa komena echitumbi. He comes back to Zambia and he starts campaigning. And he's moving around. And the chair is saying, hey, new, Makebi Zulu new. Makebi Zulu is not new. Makebi Zulu is not new. Makebi Zulu is a failure. Makebi Zulu was in Malambo constituency. He's not new. He was an MP in Malambo constituency. And he failed. He was given Malambo constituency by RB. RB is the one that gave Makebi Zulu that Malambo constituency. After that, by RB Bafwa, Makebi Zulu failed to continue. He was a minister. Bantwankane. RB gave him Malambo. Edi Kalungu gave him the minister. He failed. How can you come today and tell me, new? Are you sure you know new? Are you sure you know new? Muna kwa tinifila muiwepa mwewa mwachi yo I'm a virgin and yet bali kupola but just because wachinja dress na kaputula you think you are a virgin panto wachinja dress na kaputula no I'm a virgin. Evo muna chana kuli Makebi Zulu is not new. Makebi Zulu is not a political virgin. It's a finished project. Bad fuisa. And it points out of the market. Oh, mwisho mwabati new. Because new chimuna ngatwalanda muntu anikana is a virgin. Makebizulu. Makebizulu mwe bati new. Imwe. Tontonga buino. It's not new. But all that poor woodya. Ero nomba so imwe mulefu mwana Yahweh. Zambia is the democratic country. Hakainde ichile malamutina makebizulu. Alemutina kebizulu mwaume. Hadi shadi komene chitumbi ku South Africa. But hadi samu campaign. You people. You are for jokes. You are for jokes. Now, I tell you, I'm far much better. than Makebizulu. I can come to Zambia, so. I can even stand a chance of contesting an election. Not Makebizulu. Kubala. Tet fichtike. Iwe kan. Achan, kachea, kutina kweva so kachea. Nga Makebizulu waka wapu panto anikani. Nga wadi musumanga na yabati, ni yakoko. But I can give you a bet, Maichi. I can give you a bet if Makebizulu will be on the ballot. I can give you a bet. So how I can give you a bet? I can give you a bet, Pani Makebizulu. If Makebizulu will be on the ballot. Tete fichtike. Asha komene chitumbi. Ese Muzambia mku kampena. Awe na president. Ero waka yeko mone chitumbi. Aka weshe chitumbi. Guys na imwe. Niku isoko vinga chitike fyo. Nangu ba UPND fipuba. Nangu waka inde ichirema. Temu salu ranshire batuka bakateka. But na wene bakateka na wonga chipuba. Kuchibareka no muntu. Asha komene chitumbi. Aisa mkuzambia mkampena. Ale mwafene chitumbi kwa bati. Inenga na wina. Ero nkalete chitumbi. Mulangala guys. Mulangala bad. Mulangala. So, Makebizulu tapali. And really, let's read. Awe. If you want to stick, how did Bikatwish? I don't know. That stick. You know, you can say yes, he has got the democratic right. But would puba wudya. Uwa kusunjira pachalo. Ulefo kuiminina azikateka. We na imwe. 30. You put the country in disrepute. You embarrass your own government. You go and lock a former head of state. The trophy of our country. Part of our history. You lock it out. And you say, I want to become president. So, tusha no mutima. Tusha no mutima. So nangu randa. Ninchokada. Akainde ichirema akapita. 2026 akapita. Tapali. Brani munduvile. Munandi. Brani munduvile. Inshakareko kumutashana. Na mayoto alenda pona bakashwandi. Elo bakashwandi wali mutemwa brani munduvile kumia vechinga. Wali mutemwa because iyo wale njikata. O wale tuminafyo muntu foni asuka ni brani munduvile. Nangu ba mutumina ushiku brani munduvile ale asuka. So wala mupepa bakashwandi. Elo inene, my wife is very beautiful. I cannot start differing with her. Tetintampokula kwata ma problems. Yama politics. Teti. But I can tell you, yes, he's pulling the crowds. He's very good. He's pulling the crowds. He pulled the crowds. Pananikane Palapa Secretariat. Very Monica. Very good. Congratulations. That is how it should be. I'll tell you that. That is how it should be. That is how you should show that you have people. Political mass of Monica. So that was good. But is that enough to win an election? Far from it. Far from it. What happened at the secretariat was very good. Yes, Vabran, congratulations. What happened was very, very good. Especially that it happened, it coincided with the stupid injunction. Yakari akapuba. Inekala shaka kwa tirenchita. No, why are you not talking about Chavinga? Nishina andapalika Chavinga. Pali waka kwa tirenchita. Ba UPND nga bali mkwa tirenchita Chavinga. Ni ba UPND, inanisha mkwa tirenchita. Awe. Inente timbepe. Epona shupila kwa feine. I say things as they are. The way I see them, of course, not all the time that I'm wrong. So, udia, kadeka muntu kadia, kachabe chabe fe. To me, kachabe kachabinga kachabe chabe. Ngabadi pali waka kwa tirenchita, wadi kwa tirenchita fe fini. Ero na ile injunction, fia upuwa ve fidia, fia upuwa. Whoever was behind that is a political dunderhead. Whoever was behind that, it doesn't matter who it is. He's a political dunderhead. I mean, how? PF yadi fuakali. PF is gone. It's just gone. You don't need to start putting up in amasangala toni kuisa na kuisa. Yadi fuakali. You don't need an injunction. You don't need an injunction for what? An injunction for what? An injunction for what? You are just embarrassing our judiciary. You're just embarrassing our judiciary. You don't need an injunction. You didn't need an injunction. You don't need that. For what? For what? Why did you bring that injunction? For what? I mean, the only thing there, the only thing is, you would have waited for a PF to come to you to say, we want to hold a convention. And then you would have asked them, convention as which political party? It's very simple. You would have simply have asked them, which political party? PF. No, PF is in court. We can't give you. We can't give you a permit. We can't give you a permit. And that's it. You don't need an injunction. You don't need the Karaka guy, Karakamba Nokula Shan Kare Sabaida, Karana President BC. You don't need that useless guy. You don't. You don't need that. It is simply it's simply to ask them ngabale for a permit. Your permit for as which political party. That's all. Ngabale for they can come, of course. They can come if they are clever, they can come with another political party. They can come with another political party. Okay, let's imagine if they come with FDD. Can that injunction stop them? Because as it is, you don't need an injunction for PF. PF is locked. PF is already locked. It's locked. You don't need an injunction. Okay? But, okay, now like I'm saying, because the way to beat that is simply come with another political party. Then what is the use of that injunction? What is the use of that injunction? Now, with this drama that you have caused, if the PF bake is a political party, Mukesha Landachan, Mukesha Monekera. Because it will be very clear to say, you guys, you are victimizing these people. And when people are victimized, they win political sympathy. Victims in Zambia, they win political sympathy. So ina muyo naula bad with Karaka Chaminga na muyo naula. I know Takai Minefi akeni. Takai Minefi. That's a fact. Takai Minefi. But it was useless. That was a useless move. But anyway, I'm talking about Brand Mundubire. With what he did with Brand Mundubire coming up there with that crowd, that was very good. But muive poor. Zambians, don't think Brand has capacity to win an election. He doesn't have. He's my friend and I'm sorry. I wish I could keep quiet, that I don't talk about him since he's my friend. But unfortunately, I'm a politics and I had work of a difficult. Sometimes you can even hammer your friend. You can even hammer your relative, you know. I'm a politician of a difficult, but the only thing is that he's a good guy. Brian is a good guy. He's a good guy. The only thing that we can produce out of Brian is a good opposition leader. After my elections, Brian, depending on how he's going to put himself together, he can be a good opposition leader after the elections. And of course, we need an opposition. That is for sure. We need an opposition, an effective opposition. So Brian Mundubile can play that role after elections. Not that he can win an election. He can't win an election. He can't. He can't. He can't win an election. Hakainde Hichilema is winning the election. At paid up cadres, Pamucha Mubanga is saying paid up cadres. All the cadres are paid. Let me tell you that. All the cadres are paid. Even Malukula. Even Malukula, including those women that he is standing with. But abari katira abanalungu kwat my sisters wabo. Even those, they are also paid. Now for kudia. So don't say no, at paid up cadres. All the cadres are paid. In politics about money. Don't be cheated that people sacrifice themselves to escort you to the secretariat, to escort you kwisa for nothing. Therefore, our politics, especially in Zambia. So don't cheat yourself that those people, all those crowds that you see, they come there voluntarily for nothing. Most of those people are poor people coming from the compounds. Coming from the compounds, and they don't usually have, you know, meals, three meals a day. So when there is like a political activities, emobadila, and the Brian Mundubile cannot succeed because Brian doesn't have the resources. He doesn't have the resources, one. Number two, he doesn't have the courage to get out of the shadow of Edgar Lungu. He doesn't have. And people are still holding on to the shadow of Edgar Lungu. But I can tell you, yes, Edgar Lungu had support. But that support, it was only for him. Nobody can inherit the support of Edgar Lungu in his death. Unless if Edgar Lungu himself had given it to you, then it would have made sense. But not now. Now, people will not come around you because they think you are close to Edgar Lungu. The only way you can sell yourself is to show to the people that, you know, you are a credible leader. You are a leader that can take on Hakainde Hichilema. You are a leader that can take on Hakainde Hichilema. That is when they can look at you. Not Muleisa mwenso. Ndi mwana wako alungu. Ina Hakainde Hichilema nshamona napona nkwe whatever. Why do you even have to bother about that nonsense? Why do you even have to respond to that? At that moment with that crowd, wambo kwamba kunganda yakwa echinsha kuishiba. Awe. Tefya kulanda video palia. Palia kwa bat chave. That is a kind of messaging that was needed. It is not to say Nshikara na Lungu, Nshia na Lungu. Is to hammer. Oh, not Lungu, is to hammer Wakuilango wa umepadia. Para kuisa ilango wa umewakwadi. Ngawalande vinti padia fikulu. Kukunkunsha muchifuwa. Pum. You know, they are not friends. That's how you turn politics around. You don't come out and start refusing to say, who is the witness? Who is the witness? Even me. And I'm not going to, who is my witness? Who is my witness? If I'm not with HH, kunsha HH. The only way to show that you are not with HH, kunsha. Parapene apa kavile panepo aikata. Parapene apa kavile po aikata. Ero wala kumwana tawo tali na HH. Not umuntu. Amoka hawe nshamu ishwa. But more than that, courage itakwata muntu vile. Because palia ila crowd muntu wandidia. Kuchita excite abantu. Kuchita excite abantu nangu tapali ofori kuidanga. Yulia inanka muchitaka ntawa wachisaka fo chareranda. Iyo mwana wasaishire. Iyo mwana wasaishire. Ai vera tu uyu mwale toyo. Nde muchitaka ntuyu. Nde muchitaka ntu. Those are the kind of politics. Not to say inshamu ishiva. Who is going to believe you? Who is going to believe you? Who is your witness? Wikalaweka ashani huko ushikoko ya daweshi abantu. So politics, there is a way that you come out. Tayari mulwele. I don't have to come out, my wife doesn't have to come out, or my supporters don't have to come out. Tayari is not okay. Tayari is okay. Tayari is okay. Museveni, for example. Museveni, recently, there was a rumor, Museveni collapsed. Museveni is very sick in hospital. What did Museveni do? Museveni did not respond to people to say, I'm not, no, Fyabufi. What Museveni did, he went to Nakasero and they had a big rally and he was running. That's how you have sorted out. That is how you dispel rumors in politics. Otherwise, you just ignore it. So, number one, Amariso said. Number two, courage. Ndi mwana wako alungu. Number three, strategy mtuandi. Strategy. Ama politics. Recover. Strategy. Anyway, I just wanted to say, to put myself on record that I'm alive. I'm here. And yeah, I'm comfortable. I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema, and I'm comfortable. I know Hakainde Hichilema is going to win my election, so I'm not under panicking. I'm not panicking. I'm reserving my energy. When I'm not sure of what to say, I would rather keep quiet. I don't want to mess up my relationship with Hakainde Hichilema. I don't want. So certain things which I'm not agreeing with him, I will not come out and talk too much. But it doesn't mean that no. You have to understand that I'm always on your side. I'm always on your side. And when I have an opportunity, even if I have to talk privately with Hakainde Hichilema, I will tell him. That is one thing that you should know. When you tell me something, don't think that I will just throw it away. No. I will listen to you. And if I have an opportunity, even if I don't bring it out here, don't think that I've forgotten about your issue. No. When I have an opportunity to tell, even Hakainde Hichilema, I will tell him straight to say, apata filibu inefintu. Just like what is happening in the copper belt, for me, the filibu inefintu. And really, I'm hoping that Hakainde Hichilema will do something. But then again, tetindande sana, because naranda sana shani, Hakainde Hichilema ndefo akapite na distinction, ndefo akapite na 98%. It's possible. Na opposition, na chope na kuzambia. Ngatema spoiled ballots, Hakainde Hichilema ngali kwata na 100%. Number because of my spoiled ballots. Kucha kwata na yena 98%. Kucha kwata. Takuli wa opposition, wa marukula. Ba makebizu banani kana ba mundubile. Ba chamwenso. Niba nani? Ba mdala bati banani ba Fred Membe. Ba Fred Membe ba fide bati Stephen na resign. Ba Fred Membe lekeni fama politics. Ba mdala lekeni fama politics. Mwala sevana. Ba mdala imwe party yenu ile pona my elections da Africa no kufika. Because my elections, your party should be gathering momentum. Your party should be gathering momentum. Na imo mwewe nefi. Imo ba Fred Membe imo nangu mwaya muna nikane pasha bini yaka chasu. Tapari uinga miroleshi. Tapari wa mdala kia pasha bini yaka chasu wa mdala imo ba Fred Membe. Nobody will look at you. Nangu fe mwaya mafati mwako vipana nikane pari achani katushinge kwa ya nanomba grand daddies. Nangu mwapa grand daddies. Bana ma stray queen wapa grand daddies. Teti wami konkono kumikonka. So, vanani nomba, ni vanani. Ni vanani vambi. Akakambia katikana nyaka. Akakasesema. Ka profita. ka profita citizen first kasabaira sabaira vekala kamuntu etuma politician tingatinga akainde ichine maturi those are finished tapani ni nani ni nani landeni ni nani lembeni mu comment hapa lembeni mu comment kaida pana mbaratu pana ma politics lembeni ko mu comment ni nani which one ni nani ba constitution the constitution ibazangwa basangwa guys takudi opposition takudi takudi over HK at HK8 kuisa HK8 na imbwe takudi ni manani ni manani njebeniko landeniko Staru Chilufya. I was watching him. Staru Chilufya. Tumana pa Staru Chilufya. Staru Chilufya kuleta vile ashidama kondom chapwa. Kuleta vile ashidama kondom Staru Chilufya. Neri ashidama kondom tarapusho kulondoro. Achilala ndapati ashidama kondom. Achilala ashidama kondom. Areru bulula. Bani mufuika kamula ndo alifumamu. Vakambwiri. Wakambwiri mdala wale mnomo wale mapranikare pa hospital mdala nafika kubula na picking a bad na ya uje taka tare wera wangu na ijo no kuishwa mdala wangu anyway, congratulations that one. I mean, I've gotten information that mdala walifika mdoro kuruku na passport takwata nani awe biaka inde chima iye naiperwa afye so tiani tumusapote biaka inde ichima na tumusapote number, because what we need is to build the image of our country. That's what we need. For me, why I'm supporting Aka in the Ichinema, one of the things that we should do is to build the image of our country. And to build the image of our country, we need to build the image of the presidency. Okay, once you build the image of the presidency, you know, because your number one citizen is your president. You know, look at Traore. You talk about Traore. You don't say that ni propaganda. But Traore. Ni propaganda. Burkina Faso has got its own problems. Burkina Faso kwa live Kondo. But because of the way they have done the propaganda, the way they have sold Traore, the country also has been uplifted. And when the country is uplifted, it attracts investment. It attracts businesses. It attracts partnerships. So, and these are the things that develop a country. So, from my perspective, that is what I am looking at. Ichabayiche. Politics te havana, ndanieva. Politics te havana. Ulia bino taraishwa no kaken sapato. Taraishiva ukaken sapato. So tapali at the moment, tapali guys. So tiani fetu ichindi kena mwabe na chingola ndefo kumievo kwa you know, teka nyenifia. Some of us, we are hearing your issues and we are hoping that, you know, after my elections, things might change and we'll go back and look at your issues. You can be rest assured that, especially after the elections, we'll be able to look at, some of those issues. And by the way, infrana yambo kulok. So, muteka nyefe, nangumule andati, yo, batupere, chilupiri, batupere, shan. I think for now, muteka nye kofi, na my elections yapite. Ero mwitane jifukusha, chiyo, totoka mvotere, Aka inde ichi de marewera, with or without your votes. Nefo ningamiewa. Zambia ikulu. With or without your votes, aka inde ichi de marewera. So chawama, mwamu supporta, so that anako mutima na ena. Ngana ko mutima, it will be easier for us to start asking him for things. So mwichitechi piyo kuri aka inde ichi de manapapata. muichite chipyu mumunakiro mutima. I know at one point there will be people that will be able to interact with him and face him on some of these things, so that he acts correctly. He acts correctly. Muichite chipyu na papa that tukakana kumuvotera nga mwakana kumuvotera na yena muntu kuti aisamira bako kuti shashupa nokushupa. Ero akaba mu second term. Akaba mu second term ikashupa nokushupa. So mubefe bwino ataleya chola mwamba awe akainda ichile matale ya munino akainda ichile matale ya mwira ibepa no kuibepa. Zambia ikulu sana, Zambia ikulu. Apart from that ama politics yalishupa ama politics yalishupa kuchitaka mpeni ko batushunguluke chalo chonse bakuishibe bakuvotere patali nani ukashinguluke chalo chonse. Nani ukashinguluke chalo chonse ukutaka mpeni abo manani kana ati chaba ichi chaba ichi tetwa bakwata moto kaimo na moto yako bika mkampeni tabakwete kuti bataka mpeni kuti bataka mpeni patali pali mu president mwirangala patali awonse balesa balida 30. So the Kenfi akainda ichilema ateke, and let's be positive. Let's speak positively. I mean, this thing that is doing, also creating these relationships with other countries, congratulations on Zimbabwe. That is very good, because our relationship was a little bit sour. Now what has happened, this is good. We need Zimbabwe. We need Tanzania. Some of you, what Akainde Ichilema did is very good. It's very good to go to Tanzania. It's very good. Samia Suluhu Uko, she's even appointing a government now. She's even appointing the government. She's the president. That's it. Domba mrefu Akainde Ichilema abe opposition. Zambia. You want to be the opposition of Tanzania. Where did you see a country turning into an opposition of another president in another country? What Akainde Ichilema did is very good. We need those relationships. Look at the relationships that we have. Imyotoka.com wayengeyo mwisha. Ya pitila muna nikane muda isalam. Most of the vehicles most of the things that are coming, pitila muda isalam. Ero imamulefo anomba Akainde Ichilema should start fighting with the Tanzanian government. Does that make sense? So Akainde Ichilema on that is very good. Very good. Creating more relationships with Mozambique. Very good with that president. I was very happy. So, I mean, he's doing good. He's doing good. Let's just give him the support. Mwila stage fukushacho. Fika afya bwino. Anyway, nachafa vati ndande pantu vamo kuti mwambo kubepo vati yo tayali chavana shani yo bali muchita deport opondi. A point. Let me go back to my family.